Hey guys, this is Bingo's Adventures back with another review, and today we're going to be looking at two more Betty Boop shorts. Um, but yeah, we're going to be looking at Parade of the Wooden Soldiers, Betty Boop, 1933. And before we do that, I just want to give a quick trivia. This was the last short made for 1933, or that was released in 1933, but this isn't the last Betty Boop short that I'm gonna do. There's one more, and it's a sing-along short. You've seen me review the sing-along shorts in the past. Just look at my last videos for Betty Boop 1932 to understand what I mean. But yeah, there was only one, and I think that's the last one that was made because they didn't make any more. Um, but yeah, that's all I gotta say. This one is actually the one that has like an actual story, in my opinion. And this one's um we see a return of the same villain we seen in the last short. So I guess this Gus is like a main villain now if we've seen him for 3 times. I understand if it's like 2 times, but if it's 3 times, then yeah, he's basically a main character. um but yeah, we start at this toy shop, and they basically are making a Betty Boop doll because Betty Boop is a doll this entire short. Um, so yeah, the whole this is like a non-canon Betty Boop special because it was basically made out of toys, and it sort of makes sense because it's a Christmas. It feels like sort of like a Christmas sort of deal with the toys and stuff. Um, which I don't know if they was trying to sell Betty Boop dolls or something by that time, or try to sell toys. Like, this definitely feels like a big advertisement for toys and stuff, in my opinion. Um, but we see Betty Boop, um, awake by, she gets awakened when she gets out of the box, and then we see these, wooden soldiers, blowing their horns. And basically, everyone is happy that Betty's there because she sings and she's telling everybody how glad she's there. And then they build her a throne, and she basically becomes a queen. While the wooden soldiers are shooting fireworks, one of the fireworks, we see Gus. We see Gus, the gorilla, the last one that I reviewed. Please watch the last short to understand what I mean. Um, he's like a reoccurring villain at this point. And this one actually, it makes sense why he's after Betty. And this definitely is one of the more, um, s- and what's the right wording? The one of the more, violent versions of Gus. Because he's actually destroying these toys. Yes, he's destroying these toys. He rips off heads. Yes, he rips off the wooden heads. Thankfully, it wasn't humans, but it's still toys that are like alive and stuff. And then I don't know if they did this on purpose, but then we see this like figure eating a watermelon. This toy figure eating a watermelon, and I don't know if that is supposed to like represent African Americans or not. Cause I know back then. I'm sorry if I'm being offensive right now, but like, and then it makes it worse because we see this Asian toy figure right after that. So I'm like, was that racist? Was that offensive? 'Cause I don't know. I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments if I'm making a big deal out of it or not. But I just want to let you guys know, like, that was in the short and it's messed up. That is messed up, you guys. Um, like I said, that's messed up. But we see Gus trying to find a new head for the Asian figure toy thing. We, we base it, and then he sees Betty, and then he's like, she can make a nice head for the figure. And he kidnaps Betty. The wooden soldiers are beating up this gorilla, and they get damaged in the process. And they beat Gus by tying him up and stuff and saving Betty. And then they end the short with the parade, which that was the title. And I'm glad that they actually do with of the title because it's supposed to be a parade. And then we end the short with the toys going back to their non-living self, and the sign says selling damaged toys or something like that. And that was the end of the short. And that was the last short of Betty Boop for 1933. Before we move on to the sing along short, which is just for one um, short, which is just one short, which basically these are the last two Betty Boop shorts that I'm reviewing for 1933. Up for that year. It's not the last Betty Boop short. We'll definitely have more. But, and this wasn't a I feel like this was the canon Betty Boop short, because we didn't see actual Betty Boop. She was just a toy in the short. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Um, and I will see you guys in the next short. Bye.